Hello, welcome back to Building Tulmac, our little D&D campaign world. Last time we finished building Barnabas's blacksmith shop, the hammer and tongs, and I think it turned out quite lovely. I think I like this build a lot more than I like Delilah Marsh's tannery, the hide and dried. Both are very fantastic builds. I just think I like the hammer and tongs a little bit more. And now, this time here, we are going to build the tavern, the Autumn Hearth. Autumn Hearth. I definitely called it Auburn Hearth at some point in the past. I think I'm going to push this road back just a little bit more. I'm just going to give us a little bit of space because next episode, actually, we're going to maybe build the roads themselves. I think we're going to build the roads themselves in the next episode, as we'll have, I think, the entire center of town built up, because the tavern's going to take up a lot of space. Now, for the tavern, I think we do go a little darker with the wood, maybe. I'm gonna compare the dark oak to the spruce with the regular oak and the birch. Although for the tavern, I might even choose to do... We'll take a look at how the bamboo looks as well. The pale oak is just too white. The mangrove wouldn't be terrible, I don't think. It's very dark, though. If I use this, I'm going to use a lighter thing. Probably the birch wood. I don't know. Maybe we'll just put that away. Let's see how... This is the dark oak as opposed to the spruce. Yeah, the spruce has more vibrancy to it, but it's still a dark color. This is just dark. It's like chocolate. I don't know. Yeah, no. Oh, well, I mean, it's bamboo. I guess that makes sense that looks like that. I'm not entirely... I'm not sure which one I like the most out of that. I think we're going to stick with the spruce. I want to use another type of wood. Do we go with jungle, maybe? Do we go with jungle? Nah. I want to use a different type of wood with the spruce here. Oh, I could always do dark oak planks. Hold up. With the regular, with I think, this is gonna call for a stripped wood style. I like it. I like this combination a lot, actually. We're gonna go with a dark wood with light logs. I think that'll be quite an interesting contrast. It will help differentiate from these two buildings. And it'll still feel like the same style of building, which is what we're looking for. We're going to need that. I want to say the cobblestone, but I feel like maybe the tavern would splurge a little extra and get the stone brick. And we also have the ability to throw some cracked stone brick in there to show some age, some wear and tear. Because I don't want to do the mossy stuff, because that makes it look unkempt. Alright, so the question becomes, where on earth, how do I want to orient this? Where's it going to go? I do think it's going to take up the entire space, at least here. It'd be a big sort of building there. I think, honestly, I want to make... I'm going to need the campfire on the inside for sure, but I think I want to make a porch-style thing like we did with the tanner over here as well, and the hide and dried. I think we want to do that. We'll make like a balcony type thing, maybe? We'll start with the foundation. We'll just start with the foundation. I'm gonna make a nice big tavern here. I'm gonna really be nice and big. I'm not entirely sure how big necessarily I want to make it, but it's gonna be big. How you already didn't count in blocks is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 actually might be fine there. 22 wide or long. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, that'll work. 30 is a good number. 30 is a decent number, because I kind of wanted to make it a little bit of an oblong shape. Anyways, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. It'll be good. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 there. At 12, and then we come up the rest this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 10 matches it up, and it does. All right, there we go, and that's sort of the general shape of the tavern in here. I think that's a perfectly all right size for a tavern. Let's now fill it in. We're only going to have a few cracked stone brick. We're not going to have a ton of cracked stone brick. Just because I want some stone brick lying around. This is probably also going to be the largest building in the entire village here. As the village does get a lot of visitors, right, that want to visit the cemetery. And so those visitors will stay in the taverns. The taverns are well-established locale for people who are visiting the town. So it's a little bit larger than other places. When in reality, it might look a lot larger on the surface. Really, it's only like 3 buildings worth of plot, maybe 2.5. I could potentially just cut that part out, or this part out, and leave it just as that, and put like put a house or something there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Let's start filling in our foundation. It'll be a nice, lovely foundation. For those of you who might be looking at the previous videos and going, geez, those other buildings took 1 hour to make. How long is this one going to take to build? I'm not sure. This one's probably going to be a bit longer of an episode. It might even be cut into 2 parts. I don't know. We'll have to see. This is going to be a 2-story project, unlike the other buildings, which only had like 1.5 floors. This is very much going to be a 2-story project, as there's going to be a 2nd floor with the the rooms for rent, right? Because it's a tavern and inn, I should say, right? It's a tavern and inn. There's rooms to stay in. There's, you know, a nice tavern in the bottom where you can whet your whistle, as it said, and get your, you know, dining and stuff like that in. Not that much of an issue whatsoever to put that into this building, I don't think. And another reason for it to be this large is to have that. fact, I think the main area of the tavern is going to be this larger end down here. And then that smaller bit that we added is going to be for like the kitchen and things like that. So like the bar is going to be down at that end and all that kind of stuff. I think that'll work out very nicely, actually. And this is gonna be a large build. All right, so we have our stone brick. We're probably gonna use more stone brick in the build as well. Let's start breaking up with some cracked stone brick in various places. The kitchen will probably definitely have some cracked stone brick just from things being dropped all the time in here. And, you know, I don't need a lot of cracked stone brick, right? Just a few bits and bobs here and there is going to be enough to kind of break up the monotonous. It still looks very flat and plain, but the cracked gives it a little bit of character for sure. I'm not going to worry too much about this floor quite yet, because I want to get the structure of the building in, and then I want to design the interior. So let's get the actual building started here. Where do I want the main door? I think the door is gonna be on this side here. Probably right here, if I had to guess. Actually, no, I'm not gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it further along this way. I'm gonna put the door right here, I think. That way you walk in, you see it large, there'll be an open hearth here. And, you know, or down here there'll be a nice big open hearth. There'll be tables and chairs and things like that. I'm gonna have to design new chairs, I think. I like what I did with the chairs in there to make it at least look like chairs, but I have an idea on how to make a new. I don't want them to go that way. I want them to. No, I want it to go the other. How do I make it go the other way? Do I have to attach it like that? Oh gosh, this is gonna take forever. Because now the next one. Alright, fine. You win. I'll put them this way. Anyway. Here we go. Put all these in. We'll do that. That's the basic. Now there is going to be another one there for sure. Gotta put them down here. Wrong one. There we go. Do that. And we're going to this down this way as well. And I think I'm going to do another one that way. We're going to have probably one more support in the center. I made these even. Why did I do this to myself? This is an even number between that and there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a center? Really? Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't necessarily mean for that to happen. I don't know how that happened either. Oh, I guess I do know how it happened. Alright, but we have... There'll be that support beam through the center. It'll look quite nice. Now let's put our little flourish right in the middle, or on all of these. Not the flourish, but the like sticky out bits like those have, right? And these just need to be a little bit taller. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. We're gonna have our sticky out bits. This is very close to Barnabas's hammer and tongs, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do that. Ah, yeah, this looks beautiful. Stick that there. Yeah, here we go. And that's gonna stick out there, and then we're gonna have that, and then we're this. We have to have the one sticking out that way. We do that, and then we come down this way. Hello. We come down this way. I think everything's looking fine and dandy so far. I do like having this sort of rustic style where you have the exposed rafters inside the building. I think they look fantastic, and it's beautiful and perfect for the purposes of our small little village here. It's just a lot of fun. Get that out of the way, put that down. We need the cross beam here. This also helps to potentially break up the build internally with what we're doing here, right? If you think about it, right? There's like little compartments that we're working with instead of just one massive chunk of build. There's compartments and there's like pieces. So now instead of just one big thing, I have 5 little things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although for over here, I might actually take this beam out because this is going to be like the hearth area, communal, like fireplace type thing. So I don't want the beam going across there because that would. We are going to have an exposed log there, though, since we have... I guess I should put an exposed log there as well, because we'll probably be able to see that on the inside. There will be a walkway up, I think, here with the rooms. Ooh, actually, I need to plan where the rooms are going to go. I don't want the rooms to be over the kitchen. I think the kitchen is just going to be the kitchen, and that's about it. So there does need to be like a gangway up here somewhere. So the ceiling is probably going to be a little bit taller inside anyway. Okay, let's start adding some oak plankerinos. Let's actually build the door frame, as it were. I do like the dark wood with the light logs. I think that's very unique. I mean, I say that, right? Obviously, I like dark with light as a good contrast, right? But this combination I do adore quite a lot. Let's see. Excuse me. How do I want this to look wall-wise? I need to think about the next floor, actually, as well. I should probably plan that out a bit. Right, it should... Wait, 1, 2, 3. I made this too tall. How did I manage to make that one too tall? I need to plan out the next floor in reality. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to plan this floor out quite a bit and how it's going to look and feel before I just go off like that. That'll be there. Alright. Hold on. Alright. Okay. Oh, that doesn't go there, actually. Oh, no. Yes, it does. What am I doing? That will go there. Because this will be exposed on the top. Here. Okay. Put that in. Now we need the cross sections. I think for this particular build, I am going to work from the top down Don't ask me why, I just will. If I can get the top situated the way that I want it to, then the bottom should come fairly easily and naturally. Right, like this floor. If I get the second floor in, it should come fairly easily and naturally. In terms of a roof, I think we're going to do something similar like how we did Barnabas and make the like cross thing there, but do I want to make it inverted is the question. Can I? No. Well, I mean, I could put them like that. Well, I guess I could do it over the hole, right? I could do that, yeah. Sort of make an even cross hatch like that. Yeah, okay. And we'll just build up around. Sort of do one of these things. And you know, Barnabas, or not Barnabas, who runs the taverns? Jasper Dunlap has plenty of cash flow, considering that he's, you know, the tavern keeper. He can afford a larger attic space than anybody else in town. So we're going to have the attic space for him. I'm just going to cut these off real quick. Okay. I'm going to do that. Just getting my layers ready. Just getting me ogres ready. Me ogres, me onions, me layers. That'll work there. Excuse me. Yeah, I think this will work quite well. Yeah. Wise guy. Alright. So we got this going for us. I really don't know why I'm putting the full block. It's just extra button inputs on my end. I could just do that, right? I put a block down like that, and it works perfectly all right. Right? Stairs basically act as a full block when building on top or around them, so why not? There we go. Now, you might be wondering, are you going to do the same thing that you did with the other buildings with the, like, fences? Or the... how did that happen? With either the fences or the iron bars or whatever like that. Not exactly. I don't know exactly what... Stop. I don't know exactly what the plan necessarily is at the moment, but I do know that it will be... maybe Jasper actually has glass. Maybe we'll finally actually put glass in a build. We'll have to see. This is going to be a very long build process for this particular building, just because of how big it is compared to the other ones. So we have the start of our roof here. We can now fill it in with our dark oak planks. And as you can see, it is a truly massive roof, isn't it? This is big. This is like bada bing bada boom, I'm the biggest one in the room type. Why did I say it like that? I am just a weird individual. Why are you watching this if you're watching this? Alright, let's see here. Let's just fill this in. Bada bing bada boom. That's good. Now let's start filling it in. Now that I have my, like, outline. so I don't, you know, color outside the lines, quote, end quote. Why am I so bad at this? I have one job, and it's just click. There we go. My clicking finger's not that bad. Commentary just went away because I was concentrating so hard about that for some reason or another. I was concentrating on that. Alright. Finish up the roof here. Oh my gosh, stop. Finish up the roof. Put that in. And we are looking good. The rooftop is a little plain, but I mean, we're not going to be going up there. We have a nice big attic space that we can use. It'll look good. Right, now let's talk about the second floor here. The second floor, is gonna have to be the bedrooms of the tavern. Right? The second floor is the bedrooms of the tavern. So let's think about how we're going to split them up. I don't want them to be huge. How much space do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if each one is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4, I think that'll work fine. If each room is 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, see, now they don't have as much space that way. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they don't have as much space the other way. So the rooms that end up being like 4 by 3 or something like that, they'd be pretty small. But they don't need to be big, right? They're just tavern rooms. They should have like a chest, the bed, excuse me, and like a bookshelf or something like that. They're gonna be incredibly small, but well accommodating. I think we're gonna have. I think we'll do the rooms over here, and there'll be a balcony here. Right. And we'll have like a balcony running along. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so the rooms. I'm gonna grab those fireplaces because I think I am gonna end up making the balcony out of that. I'm gonna grab a shovel. I'll use netherite this time. I used wood last time. So let's just think about this, right? If I have a room that is that big, right? Okay, I have a room that's that big. I would then have a wall that goes around it like that. I then will need a balcony. Oh, that's right. No, but that'll be fine because you can walk up into it. That'll be fine. The balcony is going to be, I think, just one. It'll just be one wide, going around the entire exterior. Okay, so I'm just mapping out 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Right, thin walls. We'll walk over the beam here essentially to get to the next. Do I want rooms over here? That's the question. I was contemplating like how I would put the rooms over here. Right, because if I do this... Excuse me. If I do this, I can't get to this room. There's no way to get to that room. Whatsoever. Right? I would need 3 blocks between each room, essentially, if I want to put them, like, facing each other. So if I want to walkway between them, I need the wall space for the walls, too. So I would need 3 blocks between each room. So that's not going to cut it. However, we could potentially put a room just on top of one of these beams. That way we can get, you know... Right, the 3rd block of the room is this beam. Or we can make like a luxury room that's just a little bit bigger, a little suite, as it were. That could work too. And then this is a room, we might even separate it just a little bit, move it, you know, a little bit closer. Although I don't want to put a wall necessarily on that beam, so maybe we do keep it over here, keep it a little cramped. We have our little luxury suite. Put another room in this corner here. And another one in this corner here. Like so. I think that could work quite well. Don't ask about why it's on the beam, that's all. So we have these. And I kind of want to make, you know, maybe we don't put this here. Maybe, no, like, it kind of needs to be there. We might use fences to, like, look like extra support was put in certain places. Because I'm thinking I should probably cut this out here. But I don't know. Let's start putting in the walkway, which I need to remember I need to face the same direction at all times when I'm putting this in. The walkway is going to go, yeah, like here. Okay, and then there'll be like a step up and you can get into your room. That'll work. Alright, and so for this bad boy, we gotta come off here. Do the little walkway jig like that. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go. There's a fly still in my room. This is annoying. Put these campfires in here. Like so. Put out their fires. This will be nice and dandy. We have our walkway. It has to go over this, which is fine. It is structural after all. Same with this. I'm thinking I'm going to put a little bit of just a balcony here. Not a huge one, you know, just a few, just a couple of blocks. Maybe one more on each side. And that'll, I think, be good like that. Oh, I'm sort of thinking maybe I should put these going the other way. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to put these going the other way, like this, so you have one, like, long beam going across. How did that manage to do that? No. There, please. Thank you. So it has a continuous texture going along one direction here. And we'll do the same on the other side. We'll do the same over here. Break these up so that way they have a texture going the same direction. Like so. Get it in there. Alright. Alright. That'll be. Alright. I think so far this is looking fine. We'll still have the ability to look down into the actual tavern hearth area, which is kind of what I want. The staircase to get up is going to be on either side of this balcony here. Right, it'll be over here somewhere. So we need stairs leading up, like so. I think it will be a double wide. We'll have a little, this will be the, like, landing, right? And then we'll have, whoop, something like that to go up. Yeah, it's perfect. That's actually perfect. It's crazy how well that actually worked out. I can't believe that it's that. Yeah, I can't believe. I just can't believe it. I broke the wrong one, and then I placed the wrong one, and I broke the wrong one. Alright, yeah, so we have a staircase leading up to the balcony, which you can then use to get across to your rooms. We'll put fences on the inside here, so that you can't go across, or so you can't fall down at all. It will be nice. Same up there, we'll put fences to sort of signify, hey, don't walk this way. So it'll be good. Maybe even like hang it from the ceiling with chains. No, that'd be stupid. Okay, so now that we have that layout, see, I needed this laid out. Do I cut this and replace it with this? That's the next question. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. No, I don't. I don't do that. No. Oh, but maybe I do. Should I? Should I not? I shouldn't, because it'll look weird. It'll break into the... It will destroy the integrity of this beam, which, honestly, is probably mostly decoration, considering that I have those cross beams up there, which is doing the structural holding, in addition to this central pillar. I think these are all basically just extra. So maybe if they're extra, I don't need them on the inside here like this. I don't need those in particular. Right? I'm thinking structurally, I have these cross beams up there. So I don't need the ones down here. I don't think. In which case we need that one to be straight up and down. We'll probably make this one the sideways one. Yes, that one should be sideways. And this one should look like that. This one is going to be hidden, but we're still going to make it sideways. This one should be like that. Well, that one actually has a log. This one should be sideways. I'm convinced this should be sideways as well now. I think now that... Oh, should it be sideways or should it be up and down? Maybe it should be up and down. No, it should be sideways, because then that signifies that there's more support across as well. Okay. Now that our mind's been made up there, we can put in that bit of campfire. We can put in that bit of campfire. And we can put in that bit of campfire to make full, complete walkways. Right? So that way there's no beam that you're walking over or anything like that. I think that's fine and dandy. Okay, and we're gonna fill this little bit in with blocks. This is like our king's suite, basically, right? It's a bit bigger. It's gonna be a little bit more plush. Maybe it'll have a double bed in it. Okay, so we have that going on for us. And we have the lower floor I guess is going to be like this will be the hearth area, and you know, dining and things like that will be over here. All right, so let's now talk about exterior. Kind of like what we did with this. We'll do the walls and the ceilings and things like that. Oh yeah, I need the ceiling for this too. I think the ceiling for this will be pretty simple. We're just gonna go straight across like this, up a few levels. Namely, enough levels to, like, yeah, sort of like that. Or, no, actually, for that roof, what I want is, now I'm thinking about it, I want this. I don't think I need the campfires anymore. Let's put oak slabs in for the kitchen roof. I think that'll work the way that I want it to. Yeah, basically. I don't want it to intersect with that, though, is the thing. So, I basically want the roof of this to end about there. Right? I don't want it any higher than this. It's going to be a relatively flat roof, but I still want to give it some character by letting it, you know, do this. So I think maybe 3, and down, and then 1, 2, 3, and then down, and then 1, 2, 3, and then down, and then 1, 2. Ooh. Okay, so I do that. Two, and then it would hit right under, which I don't necessarily hate. I don't necessarily hate that it would hit directly under. Just trying to think of what kind of slope I want. Because I want a shallow roof angle like that. Yeah, these would be blocks like that, basically. You know, that's fine. I think that's okay. I think we will do it that way. Just because otherwise it looks a little funky. I don't know. It just looks a little funky, man. And then we just need to basically fill this in with slabs wherever there's slabs and blocks wherever there's blocks. Get rid of that. Come back over here. We're gonna have our dark oak. Do that kind of a thing. Once this roof is fully in, I'll be able to tell whether or not I actually... I think it's looking okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. That'll be fine. I don't think it intrudes on this too much. I mean, I guess we could always just flatten, like flatten it here. instead of making it the full block. Let's try that real quick. Just so I have that little bit of a gap under that so we can see it. I think, yeah, now looking at it, I think that's better. Yeah, looking at it now, I think that's a little bit better. Okay. So we have that roof. I think... Grab those dark oak fences. For the kitchen area, yes, I think these will absolutely be necessary. The kitchen area is going to need some ventilation after all, and this is probably the best ventilation that they're going to be able to get without, you know, putting a hole in the ceiling. As for the full thing here, ooh, we are going to need, because we're going to have fires going all the time, basically, we are going to need ventilation as well up here. But I think we can get away with filling in some of the roof as well. Probably end up using a different block to help fill in the roof. Just because, you know, you want something a little different every once in a while to break up the and we just want you know, a nice texture on a lot of it. We want texture, we want depth, we want an illusion of extra space. So we probably are going to end up picking different blocks here. In fact, if I do this, and something like that. Right? Gives a little extra texture, a little extra depth. I might use a different color though, so it's a little easier to see, because it's kind of hard to see. But I think that works fine. Let's cut these pieces out now and do the same thing on this side. Got bada bing, bada boom, bada bop. And fill them in like so. I think that works for all intents and purposes. I think that works. This side is a bit longer, so we're going to need much more. Don't think I'm going to do too well. We're gonna need more. Basically, we're gonna need more fill in, as it were. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Put it like that. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna need more filler, because as you can see, that's a lot more space there. Is this uneven? What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is even. It's just that's not centered, which makes sense. It really does. Okay, so this would be a lot of fence. So I think we are going to make a little right over this. We're gonna make a little. I still have the slab. Yes, we're gonna make a little window type thing going on. Yeah, I just realized the block would go there, wouldn't it? A little window, nah, I don't like that. Little window type thing. I want the fences basically just here. Ooh, you know what? Oh, but that... I would need one more like that, so I can get the fence to connect to it. Oh, but actually... Oh, but actually, hold up. No, no, no. Go that way, please. But actually, hold up. I like that a lot. It gives texture and depth. So cut that one out, cut that out, put that there. And now put that in. We put that in. And that in. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. We're cooking with gas. I say we're cooking with gas. We are. We're cooking with gas. Nope, that one needs to get. And then we put that there, and then we put an extra fence in. Now we're cooking with gas. We get a little texture going on with this again. Okay, we're happy with what we're doing again. Right, we got a little bit of a texture. We got that going. This. Okay, maybe I wanted that there, and then we do that, which means just, you know, a block there, a block there. Now the problem, of course, comes with I want the vertical. I want a vertical slab there. How do I want to design this? Like, pseudo window, basically. Something like that. Problem is, right, the window's only got 3 layers to it. If I had a 4th layer, then I'd be able to do what I want to do, I think. But we might just do something simple like that, to be honest, and just put a cross beam there. We can fill it in like that. I think that's not too bad. Change this. Yes, you're correct. We need to change this. That. Okay. Change this to match the previous design that we had established. But wait, what? Why is that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. I think to. Oh, do I want the fence? I want the fences to line up, actually. So we're going to instead make the. Wall a bit different, and the fences will line up. Okay. Or because I want to level on the post, right? Okay. Now here, I think we just copy the pattern that we did on the other side. Go away, you stupid fly, please. And then I think that's there. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's 3 blocks. It's 3 blocks. Okay, cool. So we are doing this correctly so far for what we want. There we go. And then we can do boom, boom, boom. That's a boom, a boom, 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 boom. And fill in the fence. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fence. It's a lot of fence. It's actually the same amount of fence that we had before, but because it's staggered, it looks like it's with purpose. It's not just flat. It's not just flat. I'm pretty sure that's the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay, now for this, we're going to copy what we had done on the other side. I'm going to actually start with the window. This time, the quote window. Because that fills in like that. And now we're going to fill in these bits. This side was a little longer. Yes, this side was a little longer, so we're going to need 1, 2, and then that, and then 1, 2, and then that. And this side was normal. And then fence. Almost thinking about just taking like that fence out on each side just so that there is some window-ishness to it. Although, yeah, now if a person walks up, they could absolutely just jump out. But you know, that's fine. It's an adventure. When are they ever going to come up here? When are you guys ever going to be like, yeah, I want to come up here and jump out the window in the attic so that way I can get onto the roof of the other NPCs' houses? Like, why would you want to, right? There's no purpose in doing this other than saying that you can do it. There's literally no point whatsoever. I could just make the I could just make it inaccessible. I could just make, although just inherently it's going to be accessible. Anyway, this is up here. This is up here now. It's nice, it's bright, it's open. I'm kind of liking it, I'm kind of hating it at the same time. Let's move down to the second floor now. We need walls in here. Ooh, boy. Okay, this wall is just going to be a flat, boring wall, I think, which, you know, everything I've said so far about all of the construction was don't make them flat, boring walls. But, hear me out. This is a flat, boring wall that serves a couple of purposes, right? It has to cover that gap, and it's going to be on the inside of the kitchen here. It's just going to be flat, right? There's nothing we can really do because it's an interior wall. There's nothing we can really do. We're going to hang probably paintings and stuff up, though, to break it up. A clock, maybe, if we're feeling generous with our design. Now, for over here, we are going to have a window. That's too big. I want it, realistically, I want the window to be like that. Right? Little weird window in each room. Like, it's not centered in a block whatsoever. Which is just fun, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. Is that what I want the room to look like, is the question. I don't know. I don't know. We'll leave that on the cutting room floor for now. We'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to put in the, quote, walls of these rooms real quick. It'll be like that, basically. This one will come out like this, go across like this, and then do one of these numbers. This one's gonna do what the other one did, basically, and just come across all the way to here. Have that there and that there. Unfortunately, we'll be able to see this pattern from below, but it has a look to it. I dig it. I like it. I enjoy it. I think I just swallowed that fly that's been flying around. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be absolutely fine. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these blocks on the end here like that, because otherwise it's just extra nonsense. Now, let's see here. For these, I am going to want a little extra color on the outside of the rooms. Just so on the outside of the rooms, it's not just a blank dark color. We're gonna break it up. We're gonna do these logs here. Alright, just so the rooms aren't constantly berated with a dark, or the outsides just aren't a solid dark color. Oh, here the window will be a little bit easier to put together. Because this is I'm gonna put it up. We're gonna do this, nope, this, nope, this, there we go. This, there we go. Window, boom, nice and centered on there. This one, same dealio. Window is gonna go up high and centered. Boom and boom. This one, we have the ability to make 2 windows, actually. It's, as it is the, like, quote-unquote king's suite, we are indeed going to do that as well. Right, 2 windows for the big room. I think that'll be lovely. And then over here, sadly, right, this room, no window. You get nothing. I guess I don't have to give you nothing. I could break apart that and give you that as a window. Right? Just the tiniest peak of sunlight peeking in as a window. That might have to do. Same can be done over here, actually. Could you give you the tiniest peak of sunlight? Yes, I think that'll be fine. We're going to actually put log here. I'm thinking about it a little bit more. We're going to put log there. Okay, now the question is, I think I'm going to put log here as well. From the outside, right, it gives a little bit extra texture to the wall as well, because these walls are going to be relatively flat, and I know I'm going on and on and on about how we don't want flat walls, and here I am making flat walls. But that's kind of the, unfortunately, we have to do form over function over form over function. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. We could do this. I don't hate that, actually. I don't hate that. I don't hate it, and I hate that I don't hate it. Right? Just give it more. It gives it more pizzazz, more stuff going on the outside. This is how we're getting the depth on the outside of this building, is with the whatever these are called. Could do some sort of stair functionality here as well, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to, at least, because I don't know. I do need to fix this now. I think we are going to sort of pull a fast one and put a additional, just a thicker beam across the middle here. So these windows are now going to need to change. Design process. Am I right or am I right? So these need to come out and these need to get turned. Oh, that was the wrong button. What did I have? I had that there. Alright, here we go. Do that. Which will make that come out there like that. That will be there. Boom. It's just, you know, a little extra. It's just a little extra, that's all. It's just a little more breathing room, as it were. Okay, now, oh, I need to get outside again. There we go. Alright, dark oak. No, dark oak. There we go. Dark oak. There we go. Dark oak. There we go. Okay, now it's even too, which is, yeah, that's just my brain wants everything to be even. Okay, now we can put the cross beams here for this. Of course I clicked that wrong. Cross beams in for these roof here. Did I? Oh no, that's, yeah. Cross beams there, cross beams here. Cross beams here. Cross beams here. I think... Oh, we're going to need that to continue to there. You're absolutely correct. We're going to need this one to continue to here. I think just for funsies, we'll put the little nubbin on the end of those. On the inside, continue the theme that was on the outside into the building. We are going to keep the tops open of these rooms, I think. I don't think we're going to need anything else there. We're just going to start filling in here. Right? Gives some color to the interior of the room. We're going to fill that in. The door is going to be right there, I think. Boom. Okay, and that's a room with a very tiny window. Okay, this one, this is going to be solid wall here. Because I think we're going to put the door directly in the middle on this side. Like that. I'm going to put a wall here. Gonna do, I think the door is gonna go in the same spot basically as I did with the other room over there. Okay, and then we do this, and then this will be like a mirror of the other side. So the door's gonna go there. Oh, we need to fill in this wall. The mirror, or the door is gonna go there. And the door is going to go there. Alright, like that. And fill in this wall. Fill in this wall. We have ourselves some little rooms. Some little rooms with some little things going on. Might do with some carpet and things like that just to help brighten the rooms a little bit. Obviously we haven't hung any like lanterns or anything yet. I think this episode's already kind of running a little long, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the second floor here to finish out this episode, and then we'll continue finishing the tavern in the next episode, just because of how long this process is taking. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. So this is going to be like episode for part 1, basically. So watch out for part 2 when that comes out. Alright, so let's work on these rooms. I think... Do I want to use birch? I want to use a light door for these rooms. The white... Is there a there's a bamboo door. What does this look like? I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. I think we're going to go with a birch door. It's bright. It's vibrant. I am going to put it, since these are single doors, I am going to put it so it's flush on the interior. So that way we can have a little bit of depth on the outside here as well. I'm actually going to leave these open. Just so we can have a little bit of depth on the outside of the rooms. Because otherwise they're kind of... excuse me. It's, you know, a little boring, right? There's so much. It's so tight. It's so cramped. I was saying earlier, right? 2 by 2. But this build is big, but for the purposes of what it needs to do, it's really actually not that big at all, right? 5 rooms in the tavern, and that's it. I was kind of hoping to get more out of it, to be honest. I mean, I guess I could split that apart and make it 2 rooms, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, functional blocks. We're going to grab chain. We're going to grab lanterns. We're going to start hanging from the ceiling, I think would just be the coolest thing to do for lights for in here. So we're going to... One less. We're going to bada bing, bada boom. Right? Hang our light in there. Like that. And I'm going to keep this in mind. It's lined up with the door. Okay, so we have light in here. We're going to do the same thing in here. We're going to line it up with the door. Which, honestly, it doesn't need that much to hang. It's going to go there. In here, we can afford to have 2 lights. Ooh, they got that fancy room. It's got that crossbar. Look at that. Do I want a crossbar here? I don't think I do. Unless that's that crossbar, so I do need it there, structurally speaking. Structurally speaking, the other crossbars are all, you know, on this. So this room, you know, it's a little more cramped in terms of, you know, the actual, like, the ceiling is technically bigger, right? If you count up all the empty space, it's 4 by 4 as opposed to 4 by 3, but it just feels like less. That was gonna go here if I wasn't mistaken. Yep. And then over here, line it up with the door. And it's gonna go like that. All right, cool. So we have our lights for the rooms all hanging down. I'm gonna definitely need to put more lights up in here somewhere, but we're gonna worry about that later. Let's now do... We're gonna need some fencing to keep people from falling down. I think we'll do some light fencing. Again, a little extra contrast with all the dark wood that's around. We're going to attach it to here. It's just, you know, because I can't walk up on that. You can jump on it. You can't walk up on it, though, which is nice. Okay, so we have that. I might, you know, do some supports going down in the corners, actually. If I do that... Yeah, that'll be fine. I think if we do that, and then that can support itself like that there. Yeah. That's good. That's good. We're gonna need one for over here. that in like that, just so we can't walk off this side either. And I would put it here, except it just looks atrocious because it's attached to that. Okay, so we have that going for us. Let's start decorating the rooms. Functional blocks. We're gonna have chests for everybody. I think we're gonna splurge. We're gonna get the classic Minecraft bed. The red bed. We're gonna need signs for all of the rooms. I think we have dark walls. We're gonna need light signs. Bookcases, like I said. I think we'll use birch signs as well, and we're going to use probably just black lettering on the birch sign. Let me see how this looks. If I go in room 1. Done. Make it glow. It's already in black, so the black's okay. So if I want to change it to like white, let's say, boom, room 1. Ooh, do I like that more? I think I like that more. Do I like that more? Do I want that sign down here? No, I like it up there. Room 1. I think that'll work, right? We get the light sign with the dark wood, the light lettering. Do I want black though? Do I want white or do I want black? Let's take a look at both again. Black. Black looks weird when it's glowing. I like the look of one. Ooh, how about gray? Let's try gray. Let's see what gray looks like. Too dark. We're gonna go back to white, and we're gonna keep it white. Okay. I know. Ironically, the gray was darker than the black. Okay, so let's start furnishing in here. We don't need a whole lot, right? We're gonna put a couple of bookshelves. We're gonna need the bed, and we're gonna put a double chest. Simple as that, right? It's gonna look like this. We might move the bed to here, put another bookshelf there. We have our double chest. I think this is fantastic. Paintings are in functional blocks for whatever reason. You can pick the paintings. Oh, random variant. That's what I want. Just random. Let's put one there. That'll work well. Right? I think that'll help break up the... Oh, that's too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Where is the small ones? I'm gonna just pretend that didn't just happen. Fix the hole. Is it only picking paintings that fit the entire wall? What? Why? Why would it do that? Okay, we're just gonna stick with one painting then. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay, all the rooms are basically going to be the same. Maybe with a few design differences between them. Whoop. What did I... okay. Room 2. I meant to do that first, then that. Okay, now, let's see here. It was bada bing. Maybe I'll put the 2 bookshelves on that side, and then we can put the painting there. Yeah, see? And then the chest goes right there. Perfect. Now, we're going to save this room for last. Let's go down here to room 4. This will be room 4, I think, yeah. Which, I know, you did 1, 2, and now this is 4. What gives? Well, because this one's room 3. And this is the suite. Going in here, bed there, bookshelves, painting, chest. Moving down here. This is going to be room 3. 3. Awesome sauce. Glow it up. Make it white. Come in here. Bed. Bookies. Painterino. And a chest. Like that. I think I had them away from the door. Yeah, I have them away from the door. Alright, now room 5. Let's see. Either we go for one bed directly in the center, or we go for the double bed. You know, look at me, I've got the posh stuff. And we can double stack the books, do another painting like that. Then we can do big... Oh my gosh, why? I don't want... Do I want... That, honestly, wouldn't be the worst idea, just to have them a massive painting, but I think I'm going to put some more random bookshelves over here. We're going to have our chest, and so the painting isn't going to have the same... I want it to be a little bit bigger, though. Aren't there like 2x3 paintings? Am I just imagining things? Maybe I'm imagining things. So we'll put... oh, we have that in here. Yeah, we'll have 2 paintings in here so it'll look nice. More bookshelves, like I had mentioned. Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And this is the King's... Not Sunninite, King's Suite. I think that'll work. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, maybe just a few more extra design bits up in the top here. We need more lights, like I had mentioned before, especially for up in the attic here. So let's just hang a few lanterns. Just a couple of lanterns, just so it's not so dark up here. Same for the center here. We just want to make it so it's not so dark. We're going to come out here. We're going to, I think, hang lanterns on these beams. I think that'll aesthetically be quite nice. Actually, we're going to hang that more that way. We can hang a couple on these little nubs. And yeah, I think we're looking good. We have quite the little tavern and inn so far. The inn part is looking nice. I kind of want to do something else with these hallways, but I'm not entirely sure what else I would do with them. I think this is good. This is looking pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So that'll be part 1 of episode 4 here, building the tavern. The tavern is the Autumn Hearth. I think this has gone well so far. We have the inn part. We put the roof on the building. We put the roof on the kitchen. We're just going to need to work on more of the interior and the walls as well of the entire building. The walls on the exterior are looking a little bland now that I'm looking at it, so we're probably going to revisit that and give some texture to some of them, not all of them. Some of them need a little texture. We're not going to give all of them texture though, just some of them. But that will be it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed episode 4, part 1 of the construction of the inn part of our tavern and in the Autumn Hearth. I think the rooms turned out quite lovely. Yeah, I think everything in here so far is quite lovely. So, until next time, excuse me. Until next time, this has been... Ooh, actually, I want to check out the... I think it was this one? was the map that had... Yeah, look at that. We got our updated map now and everything. Looks a little boring from the top, but we can change that up maybe a little bit. Maybe not. So, this has been exciting episode 4 so far. Hope you guys enjoy it. It has gone a little long, but this is a much larger project than the previous 2 buildings, so it was going to take longer anyway. So, I'll see you guys next time when we start working on the actual tavern portion of the Autumn Hearth. Until then, peace!